All right, good day, everybody. Welcome to Active Restore, day 8 of this 30-day challenge, June 2024. We are going to start in child's pose here on the mat. Just a couple things to speak to before we begin. Inviting an approach to this practice as if it's a moving meditation. So choosing to carve out this time to really invite all your intelligences to come into connection with one another, in the sense of breathing across all of the multiple intelligences that make up the diversity of our being. So paying attention to listening for the sound and feel and vibration of your breath as it moves in and out through your body, and really choosing to breathe, choosing to be here. I mean, if you're listening to this and participating, that's probably obvious. As well, inviting a space of curiosity in your inner outer atmosphere as you move through some of these postures, and a sense of non-judgmental awareness. So just a couple seeds there to begin. So let's start in child's pose. Knees about mat width apart, and we'll take the arms out in front and resting the forehead, if it meets the floor, resting the forehead onto the floor, the mat. Begin to elongate your breath cycles, so the invitation to fill your lungs all the way to a comfortable peak. And then finding a conscious, slow exhale, empty the lungs all the way. From here we can walk our hands, our arms off the mat to the left side. It's a bit of a side stretch here. Breathe into your right side body, under the armpit, into your right rib cage. We can really push the right hand into the floor to try to push the right hip back. Find one more breath in here, and a breath out. Okay, and then we can walk the hands through center and then over to the right side, and then press the hands into the floor, reach through the fingertips. And breathe deeply now into this left side body, the sensations you feel there. For 2, and for 1, and release, come back to center. Okay, this next one, from child's pose, pull yourself forward, inhale into what can be called a hanging cobra pose, a bit of a back bend here. And then exhale, press your hips back to your heels. Inhale, arch the spine, look up if that's okay on your neck. And exhale. And we'll go for 3. Deep inhale. And an exhale. For 2. And for 1. Option 1, stay in child's pose. Option 2 is to tuck your toes and lift your hips up into the sky for downward facing dog. Sometimes also called mountain pose. As you can see in the shape, the hips come up into a peak like a mountain. And press through your hands and feet. Breathe here. From From here, step your right foot forward between your hands. We can rise up into a low lunge. Hands to your front thigh or your low back. Ground through your feet and allow your pelvis to slowly draw forward as you lift through your head and chest. And have a sense, a feel for on your inhale. Notice some buoyancy, some levity coming into your being, your body. Sort of there's this uplifting on the inhale, and then exhale. Ground, we can really feel the ground push into the feet. Pull the legs in together, this scissor action. We'll go for 3. We're giving the hips and pelvis some attention. The hip flexors that can be tight on a lot of us, sticky on many of us. 2. And 1. Okay, exhale. Plant your left hand under your left shoulder. This invitation here is to bend your left knee. Reach your right hand back for your left foot. For some bodies, it can help to lean back, lean your hips back, to grab the foot, and then return. Pull your heel towards your glute. Last little piece on that. If you can't reach your foot, use your strap or your belt and loop that around your foot for the reach. Then breathe here. Try to pull your heel in towards your glute, your bum muscle there, towards your hips. This right knee can come out to the side for a little bit more opening to the right hip. Full breath in, and a breath out. And one more here, full breath in, and breath out. Release. One more from here. Walk your right foot in towards center and then straighten the right knee for a half splits. Breathe here. 2 blocks can be helpful next to the front leg, just to bring the floor up towards you. Once again, we'll go for 3, for 2, for 1. Okay. Inhale forward, bend into the right knee. Plant your palms next to the front foot. Step your right foot back into plank posture, plank push-up. The knees can be up or down. Breathe here. Take one more full breath in. Press the upper back into the sky. And then exhale, lower all the way down towards the floor. Nice slow control. Lift your head and chest for cobra pose. Maybe you look forward or up. And exhale, release. Press your hips back to your heels for child's pose or downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Then next, stepping your left foot forward. Lower your right knee down and rise up. This low lunge shape, hands to your front thigh or your low back. Encourage your pelvis to draw forward as you lift through your head and chest. Ground through your feet. Full breath in and a full breath out. Full breath in. Full breath out. For 2. And for 1. Wonderful. Plant the right palm under your right shoulder. Bend your right knee and reach your left hand for your right foot. Excuse me. Again, if you can't reach your foot, use your strap or a belt around the foot to extend your reach. We can walk the left foot out wider, let the left knee come out to the side as you pull your heel towards your hips, your glutes. And breathe here. Nice quadricep stretch, a bit of a twist through the torso and the chest. For 3. Full breath in through the nose if that's available. For 2. And for 1. and release. Tuck the back toes, straighten your front knee for a half splits on this side. You can use your 2 blocks if they're nearby. For 2. For 1. Wonderful. Bend back into your front knee. Plant your palms on either side of your front foot, straighten the back leg. Inhale and step back into plank posture. Stay for the exhale. And then one more time, inhale. This time, lower your forearms down. So bring your elbows down into a forearm plank. Pause here. Energetically here, so to speak, we're pulling the elbows towards the toes. So pull into center. Also, try to hug your elbows together. Push the upper back into the sky. Breathe here for 3. For 2. Nice work for 1. And then exhale, lower all the way down. Forehead to the mat. Plant the palms next to your shoulders. Hug the elbows in. As you ground through your pelvis, with straight knees, lift both legs up. So lift your feet. Lift your head and chest. Hug the elbows in. Added challenge here, take your hands off the floor. For some, reach the hands back. We'll go for 3, breathe. For 2, try to extend the shoulders away from your ears, lengthen your neck. Lift your back body one more time for 1. And exhale, lie flat. You can bring your palms under your forehead. Take a full breath in. And a breath out. Breath in. And a breath out. Okay. Take our time to roll over onto your back body and draw your knees into your chest. Knees to chest. Reclined child's pose. From here, we'll go into a spinal twist. You can wrap your left leg around the right and then take your legs over to the right. Spinal twist. You can reach through the arms like a T shape and breathe here into this twist through your torso, your low back. For 3. For 2. And 1. All right. Draw your knees through center. And then we'll switch sides. Take your right leg up and around the left. Bring your knees up to center and then take the knees to the left side. You might lift your hips up to scoot them back so that you can roll your right hip over the left. And then open up the arms. Breathe wide across the chest and down into your low back, low belly. And exhale from there. These full, deep cycles of breath. You can listen for this sound of your breath, this sort of ocean sounding breath. For 3. For 2. And 1. All right. And then release. Come back to center. Plant your feet about mat width apart and just rinse your knees side to side for a moment. Windshield wiper the knees. Okay, and then this last one, just to prepare the body for a final rest. So bring our both legs up, both legs and both arms up to the sky. And then begin to shake your legs and your arms, your hands, your wrists, your ankles. Shake, shake, shake. Can actually be quite vigorous with this movement. Shake your limbs. Shake your limbs out. Breathe. Also, if it's new to you, let it be a bit funny and weird. Kick your legs, bend and straighten the knees. We'll go for 3. Shake, flick out your fingers. Breathe, loosen up your jaw, 2. And one more deep inhale. And then exhale, lie flat. Lie flat to the earth. Let go of all the effort. So just as good as we are in this practice of being effortful, physically in particular, mentally focused as well. Now this invitation, this final resting pose, is to let go of all the effort. Find some clearing breath perhaps here. Eyes closed if it's available. And here we rest into the floor, the space we've created for within our body, mind. And we let go of the physical effort. We soften the mental effort, all the trying. Now it's just about being. And we connect more with this inner witness to observe our experience, this direct experience. Allowing the sensations to be here as best as we can. And for about another minute, settling into this resting meditation. Just about being. This is just about being here. Nowhere to go, nothing to do in this moment. Continuing to rest here, to deepen in your meditation, to deepen in your rest, your restoration, which can be really soothing for the nervous system. Just one benefit among many, helpful for our psychological development and emotional regulation and stabilizing any meditative insights and so forth. Much to be said. If you do have the space, giving yourself the gift to rest here and be a little longer. Thanks for being here, sharing your presence, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.